What if I told you just 1 hour a day could change your entire life? No need to win the lottery, no need for special connections, and no need to be exceptionally smart. Just 60 minutes a day, used the right way, and the rest of your life will never be the same. Sounds simple, right? But here's the truth. It's the simplest things repeated with discipline that create the biggest transformation. You might be working 8 hours a day. You might be juggling bills, family, and the weight of daily pressure. But you have 1 hour. Everyone does. The question is, what are you doing with that 1 hour? If you spend it scrolling, complaining, comparing it, slips away. But if you use it to nourish yourself, learn, think, rewrite your internal system, it becomes the most powerful fuel to lift you out of your current cycle. 1 hour, small as it seems, is where every great leap begins. The top 1% aren't that different from you. They just know the value of each hour and use it to steer their destiny. You can do the same. No waiting, no more needing anything extra. Just 1 hour a day, fully awake, fully intentional. That's where everything begins. Successful people and unsuccessful people both have the same 24 hours a day. They both have jobs, worries, moments of lost motivation, but there's one key difference that sends them walking in two completely different directions. How they use their free time, when no one's watching, when no one's pushing you, when you have full control over what you do. That's the moment that defines who you truly are. Unsuccessful people often think, I deserve to relax after a long day, so they spend their evenings on entertainment, trying to unwind, but rarely stop to ask, is this entertainment feeding me or making me forget who I am? Meanwhile, successful people, especially those who built themselves from nothing, have a rule. The golden hour is the hour of transformation. That's the time they go inward, reading, journaling, learning, refining their mindset. They don't wait for the world to change so they can be better. They choose to become better, and the world gradually reflects that back to them. The difference is subtle. No one sees what you do at 6 a.m. No one notices when you write your goals at 10 p.m. But you know, and the universe knows, those quiet, invisible hours, that's when you're rewriting your future without a spotlight. Want success? Start by mastering the moments no one else is watching. Because it's in those moments, your future self is quietly being built. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that with the same 24 hours, some people keep rising while others stay stuck in place? The answer lies in the small habits they repeat every single day. The top 1%, those who live consciously, successfully, and truly free, they don't wait for motivation to act. They build motivation through small, consistent, daily actions. And among their habits, there are things that seem basic, but they're actually the foundation for massive breakthroughs. 1. They start their day in silence. No scrolling, no rushing, no diving into the news cycle. They spend the first 10-15 minutes just sitting still, reconnecting with themselves. Because they understand, the energy you start your day with shapes the quality of the next 23 hours. 2. They write down their thoughts. They don't let their minds drift like a wild river. They journal to understand themselves, to gain clarity, to filter their beliefs. Just a few lines each morning or night clears the mental clutter before it becomes chaos. 3. They read not to know, but to become. The top 1% don't read to collect knowledge like most people. They read deeply, then choose one idea to immediately apply. Because knowledge without action is just dead information. 4. They carve out time for reflection. At least 15 minutes a day, they step away. From noise, from devices, from the busyness of life. They sit quietly and observe their inner world. No judgment, no overthinking, just listening, because that's where real breakthroughs begin. Nothing flashy, no hidden formulas they're keeping secret. They simply do simple things the right way, consistently, for long enough and extraordinary results come as a natural consequence. You don't have to do everything at once. Just choose one habit and be honest with it every day. That alone is the start of an entirely new journey. Have you ever asked yourself, why do some people seem to make rapid progress in just a few months while you keep trying and still feel stuck? It's not because they do more than you. It's not because they're smarter than you. It's because they accumulate better than you hour by hour. Imagine that each hour you live is like a coin. Every choice you make, you're either spending or investing it. Spend 1 hour learning something new. Investment. Spend 1 hour complaining or scrolling aimlessly. Wasteful spending. Spend 1 hour sitting in silence, rewriting your mindset. Investment. Spend 1 hour comparing yourself to others. Negative spending. Each hour that passes, you can never get it back. But you can turn it into something that pays off in the future, if used wisely. The successful don't see time as something to fill. They see time as their most valuable asset. And like any smart investor, they don't squander their most precious capital. They place it where it matters most, at the right time, and repeat to create compound effects. The compound effect is one of the most powerful principles of success. You don't need to do something great today. You just need to repeat the right things every day. And after 90 days, 1 year, 3 years, you'll be stunned by how far you've come. The real question is, what are you investing your hours into? That dream you've been holding on to? A better version of yourself? Or are you investing in procrastination, fear, and familiar cycles? You don't need to change everything at once, but you can choose differently in your next hour. And if you do that every day, each small hour will accumulate into an extraordinary future. You don't just have time, you also have energy. And here's the truth. Time means nothing without the energy to use it. Ever spent an hour on something and got absolutely nowhere? It wasn't because you lacked time. It's because your energy had already been drained. Successful people don't just manage time. They protect their energy. They're intentional about who they talk to, what they read and consume, what negative situations they avoid. Because they know energy isn't unlimited. And if it leaks into things that don't matter, even 10 hours a day won't help you build something meaningful. So don't just ask, how can I spend 1 hour a day to change my life? Also ask, who am I allowing to affect my energy state? Start being more selective. Who leaves you feeling clearer, more motivated, and expanded after time together? Who makes you feel smaller, doubtful, and energetically drained? Give your precious hours to people who lift you up, to work that turns you into a deeper, more powerful version of yourself. Don't just get through the day. Don't live in survival mode. Live like a strategic investor of your time and energy. Because when you manage both wisely, you won't just do more. You'll live deeper, act clearer, and create results you're truly proud of. You can't control the whole world, but you can control 1 hour each day. And if you truly use it well, that 1 hour is enough to rewrite the story of who you are. You don't need to do anything grand. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to begin with one simple question. If I dedicate this hour to becoming clearer, stronger, and more authentic, what would I do? Here's a powerful 60-minute framework used by highly successful people, day after day. Minutes 0-10. Stillness. Return to yourself. Turn off all devices. Just sit. Breathe slowly. Observe your thoughts without reacting. This is like a mental system reboot. Non-minutes 10-25. Writing, release, and refocus. Write what you're thinking, feeling. No need for structure. No need to be pretty. Just be honest. You'll start to see what's weighing you down and what's calling you forward. Prompt ideas, your goals, values, emotions, or a question you've been wrestling with. Minutes. 25, 45. Reading. Fuel your mind. Choose a book that inspires, elevates, or awakens you. Read slowly. Read deeply. Underline. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me about myself? You don't need to read a lot, you just need to absorb. Huge minutes 45-60. Action, plant the seed. Write down one small action you'll take today. Just one thing, but aligned with the person you want to become. It might be saying something kind to someone you love, saying no to something that no longer fits, starting a project you've delayed for too long. Just one action, but it can shift the course of your whole day. Repeat this for 30 days, and you'll start to notice your thoughts, feelings, and responses changing. Not because the world changed, but because you've become a clearer, more grounded version of yourself. Each hour is a chance to reforge your identity. Each day is a step toward the person you're meant to be. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just begin today with one mindful hour. When people hear the word discipline, many feel pressure. They think of force, restriction, or a loss of freedom. But the truth is, without discipline, you can't have freedom. Think about it. If you lack emotional discipline, you become a slave to anger, anxiety, or fleeting desires. If you lack time discipline, you're constantly rushed, late, and stuck reacting to whatever feels urgent. If you lack mental discipline, your thoughts are shaped by others' opinions, social media, or outdated beliefs. Discipline sounds dry, but in reality, it's the highest form of self-mastery we can cultivate. Successful people don't succeed because they're great at suffering. They succeed because they understand. Every time they push through the urge to quit, they move one step closer to their strongest self. They felt bored. They felt tired. They wanted to sleep in, to procrastinate, to scroll mindlessly. But they chose differently. They chose discipline not because they had to, but because they respect themselves. Discipline doesn't kill freedom. On the contrary, it frees you. Frees you from scarcity, from dependence, from living a life defined by others. Every time you get up, even when you don't feel like it. Every time you do the right thing, when no one's watching. You're laying another brick on the bridge between who you are now and who you're meant to be. You may not be able to change your entire life overnight, but you can change its direction in just 1 hour today. Because 1 hour, when lived fully, mindfully, and with intention, doesn't just shift how you feel about yourself, it transforms how you decide, act, and live every day afterward. You don't need 5 hours a day. You don't need a grand plan. You just need to begin with a small window of time that's protected like a sacred space in your schedule. Whether it's early morning or late at night, choose 60 minutes that you dedicate solely to your inner growth. Write down what you truly long for. Reflect on what's holding you back, and start to change with the smallest action possible. No one's coming to save you. No one can live your life for you. Only you and how you use your time each day can steer the wheel of your destiny. And here's the good news. You always have 1 hour. The real question is, are you ready to make that hour a turning point, or will you keep letting it slip away like all the others? Start today. Just 1 hour, but live it clearly, deeply, and in alignment with who you really are. And soon, you'll see, your entire life will begin to shift little by little in ways you never thought possible.